Hey there, friends. How are you all doing today? My name is Rabbit, and welcome to episode number 51 of Let's Play Eternal Eyes on the PlayStation 1. In our previous episode, we had a fairly big reveal with getting Olivier successfully to his final form, but I think even more important than that, because his final form, let's be real, it was a little underwhelming since he's basically just a golden version of what he was before, but we're not going to worry too much about that. But what I think was really cool about the fact that he hit this final form is that it did unlock for us very special forms of the abilities that we've kind of seen be presented in the form of theme, so like Levine and Lavina, that sort of thing. And we saw with these maxed out versions of these spells, they do full AoE damage and they have really cool accompanying CGI effects. So I thought that was kind of spectacular. Really appreciated that the team that worked on this put forth that extra effort, that little bit of extra TLC to kind of reward you for maxing out your puppet's evolutionary form. So just a little aside for me. So anyway, after we kind of herp-derped around with all of that, we did go ahead and head into the 9th floor, and at last we found Lolita, as well as two, I don't think they're just her henchmen. I think the three of them kind of operate as one unit, but their names were Garland as well as Jerez, and we were just successful in taking them down, and now Jerez is offering up, how could this be? This kid, Lord Vorlis. Ugh. Oh, well, that was quick. I was thinking there was going to be an actual, cut scene or something, which is why I cut our last episode where I did, because honestly, we could have looked at that, and then I could take the time now to run back through and try to get some more jewels and orbs for other folks, because I am thinking I might take the time to fuck around with Haresh. Well, this is a little awkward, isn't it? I'm bringing you guys back here, and let me see. What is it even going to say? Oh, we can go to the 10th floor. Now, it is possible that the game is going to be wonky and we'll have to do several more floors before we find Vorlis, or the 10th floor will be Vorlis. I'm not sure what it's going to do, but you know what? I'm okay with just cutting a little bit. This game's been really light on editing for me, actually, compared to the more turn-based RPGs where you're doing a lot of dungeon crawling. That's not been necessarily the case here, since each fight is intentionally placed and specific to plot progression, and that's not necessarily the case in a lot of other games I play here. So anyway, I digress. The point of me saying all that is, why don't I take 10 minutes, run back. Actually, what happens if we go back to the 9th floor? What happens? Because we just killed them or incapacitated them. Are we just going to talk to them further? Or there will be a fight here? Because if there's a fight here, I can just do this myself. It is just a basic fight here on the map where they were standing. So, okay, friends, I will not make you guys watch me redo this map, even though technically it is a new battle. Give me about 10 minutes. Not that you'll have to sit here for 10 minutes. Let me take them down. I'll bring you back. I might do this floor twice, actually, so maybe more like 20 minutes. And we'll see if I can get a new form for, if not, Haresh, maybe Laferne. But sorry, you guys, I had a bit of a brain fart because suddenly it occurred to me, wait a minute, while I'm here, why don't we cast these big boy spells? Because we weren't able to see all of them. In our last episode, we looked at, let's see, we saw Misatska. We also saw Demens, and I believe Wayburst, correct? The fangs coming from underground. I'm pretty sure we saw this one, and it didn't do anything to Lolita. Okay, so we are at Lavian. Let's go ahead and check this out, and this might be it in terms of Olivier's abilities. So very cool. See, so it's not totally a waste for us to be back here. I'll let you guys see this. What it also makes me feel is that it will be pretty easy to get a bunch of jewels and orbs if I really wanted to, because this should fuck up all of the enemies. Oh, well, to a certain extent anyway. Let me see, does he have another one? Because if he does, maybe I will keep you guys along just long enough to see anything else, but I don't actually think so. I have a feeling that's all he's really got. And yes, that is the case. So, as I already mentioned, give me just a minute, and when we come back together, we will be outside of combat after maybe 2 fights that I do without you, and we'll see if I can get either Haresh or Lafern in a much better place where they are also tapping into some of these OP abilities. Be right back, y'all. Welcome back, friends. Okay, I just have to open by saying that I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this for Haresh as well, because it just is such a fucking time sink to do this. But with that being thrown out there, just to vent and get it off my chest, I am happy to show you guys that I was able to string together the correct sequence yet again and unlock, I guess, the recipe that is going to allow Laverne to evolve to her final form as well. So as you can see, she has the red orb, or one of the red orbs. Again, can't really remember the specific subgrouping of which of the red orbs, and I don't think it matters, but she's got red cued, followed by a yellow, and that is also followed by a white. And here we are going. I've got a red power specifically ready to throw at her, and that will allow her to hit that final form. So I will say, happily, just from my little backtracking a little bit, I was able to get Haresh to level 99, and Lafern is now at level 95. So I think this party is going to be fully capped out more than likely before we hit that final boss fight, which is fine. Not necessarily something I was aiming for, but hey, I'm glad it came about just as a consequence of me trying to be a bit thorough and meticulous in taking care of my puppets and keeping them looking fresh and looking fabulous. But anyway, okay, I found some new items as well. We'll go through the item list really briefly, but first and foremost, let's evolve Lafern and see, oh, a chimera. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we'll look at it in a second. I want to quickly show you. I ended up picking up no, you guys saw the Longhorn, didn't you? We'll look, because I think I actually had equipped it onto someone. Okay, what I know for a fact that I got as a new drop is a Dragon Fang. I actually went back to the very first floor. It was like the ground floor or the basement entrance or something like that. And I picked up a Dragon Fang. It says fangs from the legendary dragon. A bite could crush the enemy into small bits. Nothing really too special. I think, who did I put it on? Maybe it was the dragon horn? Did you guys see this? Horn from the legendary dragon. It is said that it broke off in a tough battle. I don't think you guys saw this, because I think I equipped it onto Haresh. Yes, I did. So that was the other new drop that I got that actually was an improvement. And I got this one when I redid the 10th floor. Whichever floor it was that we tackled Lolita, Jaress, and Garland. But okay, first things first, let's look at some equipment for Lafern, and we'll worry after that about what's going to be the most appropriate for spells and scaling those up, because I do still have a lot of orbs left, but I guess I'm kind of at a crossroads right now where I'm not sure, would I rather try and just pause again and get Haresh to his final form, or do we just want to keep it moving? I guess I have a couple of minutes before I have to ultimately decide. But okay, Lafern, let's look at stats. Looks like HP is just high as a base stat. MP is okay. Looks like physical attack is not that bad. Like when you compare it to Haresh with things equipped. Yeah, it looks like Lafern actually is a physical damage dealing puppet and no longer more of the magic based, although magic seems to be okay. I don't really know how we want to do this, but I guess we could, just as a place to start, I guess we could opt for speed. I don't know if I need to worry about defense, but at the same time, 128 seems a little low. Does it not to you guys? Yeah, that's particularly low. So actually, we might want more defensive things that simultaneously raise some of those other stats. So we could go with, this is what I'm thinking, y'all. This is what I'm thinking. I'm going to do we'll just throw the Sensetsukan here, because I did take it off Haresh when I gave him the Dragon Horn, I think is what it's called. And we will follow up with, we could bring up HP more, but I think what's going to be better, I want to bring up Magic defense as well. So we could try the pointy horn. Isn't this what Laverne had before too? I think so. Because it looks like base attack's already pretty good. I mean, I guess I could do... You know what? I think I like having the stats as they are, unless we opted for one of these ninja shits. But I don't know. I'm not feeling a whole lot of these other things that we've got. It just, they're a little underwhelming to me, but I guess this is good. We'll just settle with it for now so we're not sitting here all day. Alrighty, last but certainly not least, we do want to check out... Oh, I do have one other thing to show you that Luke had gotten at us as a drop as well. But first things first, Laferne's spells. So Laferne knows Flight, Fire, Nebulous, Elysian, Mets. So nothing new is over here, but I might just need to throw some things at her. Nothing here either. I'm just looking at the ranges, so don't mind me. It looks like it didn't automatically scale up anything. Huh. And she pretty much has, oh, I'm a liar. Fire Tempest is new. A number of huge walls of flames rise from under the feet. A large amount of damage results. So I guess what we can do, let me just not be a scrub and let me spend another possibly half hour fucking around with this. We still got a decent little stack of jewels here. Well, maybe I don't because I was throwing a lot of them around. I'm going to experiment with Haresh for a little bit. Maybe I have enough jewels in my backpack to do something now, but I like to try to have at least one of each just to really increase the likelihood of me uncovering whatever the recipe is. So I am going to go back and redo another one of those fucking floors and we'll just see. But before we part ways, I did want to show you guys that I picked up a Hornet for Luke. I did not equip it on him because I didn't think it was better than what he has, but here is the description. So sharp it could slice a wasp perched on its tip. A spear which was used by many samurai. So it is a spear. If you prefer the spears, because it does give Luke a little bit of range compared to the swords, I think this would be a good option, but I prefer the playstyle that comes with the swords, personally. So, okay, now I'm done. I'll see you guys in just a second. Maybe we'll just have an episode dedicated to evolutionary forms and getting our puppets where they need to be. I guess it works, because I don't know if we'll have time to even do another floor once I'm done fucking around with Haresh. But we'll see. We'll see. Be right back, y'all. Hey there, friends. Welcome back yet again. I'm not even going to belabor this intro because you can see clearly after another very long commitment, I did it. Haresh is ready to evolve at level 30 or higher, being level 99. We clearly go above and beyond what is needed in that realm. But we've got a green orb queued, a red orb queued, and a yellow, and I am throwing another green, specifically a green power, at him, and we're gonna see what he turns into. So far, I'd actually say we're 1 for 2, where I feel Laferne's evolution actually was cool and interesting, where as Satapio, I think is what the little fluffy green bird form was called, I didn't really like the way it looked, but I didn't necessarily hate it. But it does feel good, and it feels thematically appropriate for Satapio to turn into this griffin. Actually, I think it's called a chimera looking thing. So I liked that. Whereas for Olivier, didn't super love just them palette swapping him from that dark purple and I think it was like a bluish green palette to just solid gold. Feels like they could have done something a little bit more with Olivier's final 5th form, but it is what it is. Let's see, is Haresh going to be in Olivier's camp or Laferne's? Became rich. Oh, he turned back into the Joker form. I am actually not mad about this, even though it is technically just a palette swapped version of, I think it was called a Joker, correct? I could be full of shit, but I'm 99% sure that's what that form was named. Okay, so even though it is a palette swap version of that, I like this more than I liked the Ghost Girl. I will be honest with you guys. Not that I didn't think the Ghost Girl's design wasn't kind of cute, and I think it fit the theme of them being sort of supernatural, ghost-like, undead type puppets. but I feel it was a weird jump to go from the blue version of this, aka the Joker, to the Ghost Girl, and now back to just a red and gold version of the Joker. Like, I'm not sure how they mapped out the evolutionary lines, but you know, whatever. I'm not going to worry too much about it. So, okay, we've got Rich. Taking a quick look at the stats, I think I'm just going to keep up what Haresh had before, which was, I think, the Dragon Claws and the Dragon Horn. I'm pretty sure. If that's not correct, I can switch it up a little bit, but I really don't think I'm going to need to. I feel pretty good about this. We could increase speed a little bit as well as attack a wee bit, but we'll see that fairly sizable drop to HP. So I kind of like this. I think Haresh is, you know, I'm happy about this. I know I don't sound super enthusiastic and happy about it, but it's really just because it takes so long to do this, you guys, and I almost don't feel it's worth the time investment, but I did it for you, so I hope you appreciate it. As usual, let's quickly scroll through and see what just automatically comes with this 5th form, and if there is a special ability. We will need to check out LaFern's, what was it called, Flame Tempest or something. So far, though, we're not seeing anything. Oh, here we go. Utopia surrounds the enemy with flowers of illusion. A large amount of damage results. So, okay, we now will need to see Utopia. I did not mean to click out of that. My bad, game. My bad. Here we go. I wanted to just quickly see something else, but that was it. So we've got Utopia and then whatever that flame/fire tempest shit is. But we're done, friends, in terms of, well, not only this episode, but our puppets are where they honestly need to be. So I feel pretty good about this, where I think, ooh, Gel Hammer. Maybe I should wait to look at their, oh, that's just going to increase status. Well, that makes me feel bad. I probably should have not given that first one to Haresh. Oh, now Olivier learned Fire Tempest as well. That's so wild. Okay, but what I was starting to say is after we throw, okay, everyone knows Fire Tempest now, woohoo. After I'm done throwing a bunch of these orbs at people, we'll look and see what they have in their spell set now. Aqua Regia, kind of cool, kind of fabulous. And yeah, then when we start in our next episode, we'll make sure that we see all of these abilities at least once. We saw pretty much, oh, Giga Shama, holy shit, that sounds fucking scary. I just want to make sure that you guys have the chance to see all of the abilities at least one time. I feel like we've earned this. And with the cool little animations, it's, I don't know, it's a welcome little bit of a thank you, I think, from the dev team. Like, hey, for all of your hard work, we're taking the time, ooh, Graith, interesting name, we're fucking around with our weird evolutionary system. Here are some nicely animated and crisp CGI little bursts of video for you. Metikai or Matiakai. Okay. I can deal with this. Let's go back to Haresh, I guess. I don't know. I'm not even doing this in any order. Petra. I wonder if you could get all of the slots to basically be those AoE abilities. Does that make sense? Ondine? Yeah, we're definitely going to scroll through these again because nothing is going to pretty much be the same. And then I'll give this last one to LaFern for Misatska. Okay. All my orbs have been thrown. Oh, I did it, you guys. I don't even know what to say. This was just such a fucking mess. Oh my god. But okay, Misatska, we've seen that already. Tempiga, old news. Ondine is new. A huge drop of waterfalls, a large amount of damage results. So we will make sure we check out that. Demens is not new. Hammerga, old business. Graith, the Iron Hammer of the Spirit of Earth, a medium amount of damage results. We've seen Wayburst, Rock's old, Hellsender is also old. Gigashama shoots down a huge block of ice, a large amount of damage results. Lavian's not new. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know what I'm clicking on. A Cure, old, that's old, that's old. So aside from Fire Tempest here, that should be it for Olivier. We've got Haresh next. Revenge, not new, not new, not new. I swear, I feel like we saw so many names for things that it's kind of weird Wayburst isn't new. Okay, here's Petra, which throws down a huge rock, which breaks into pieces, a medium amount of damage results. It doesn't even look like places. Not sure what I'm talking about. Gigashama shoots down a huge block of ice, a large amount of damage results. Lame. Utopia, we already looked at this one. Fire Tempest. And Gel-Hammer. This one is new. Emits a number of fire dragons from under the feet. Guys, some of these are going to be fucking legit. The enemy had better be quaking in their boots. I would be anyway. But maybe that's just me. Alright. Grygan is not new. Metiakai surrounds the enemy with a huge meteorite. A large amount of damage results. We've seen Gigashama, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Aqua Regia is new. Calls up the spirit of water, a large amount of damage results. Those are lame. And that brings us to the full close, friends. So an entire episode dedicated to me being dedicated to you and trying to get everyone looking fresh and fabulous and being in their final form. So I'm not going to fuck around with this anymore. I was saying that it was possible that I might go back and scale up a puppet or two, maybe get a full new party, but I was kind of waffling and unsure. I'm definitely sure now, as I tell you guys, I'm not spending another hour doing off-camera stuff unless it's just something simple like, I don't know, I want to go back and sell all my shit because my inventory is starting to mess with my mind a little bit. I doubt that's going to happen, but that would be the sort of thing I feel I would do off-camera. So when we come back together in our next episode, we're ready to head into the 10th floor. Oh, BT dubs, I'm a little bit of a liar. I think I had said earlier on that I did something on the 10th floor, but then I kind of backpedaled and I said, or whatever floor we defeated Lolita on, that was the 9th floor. So in episode 52, we'll be ready to head into the 10th floor. And whether Vorlis awaits or we're going to have to do a little bit more dungeon crawling, I'm not too sure, but you guys had better believe I will ensure that you have a chance to see all of the new spells and the new effects that accompany them as soon as we have the opportunity to do so. So take care, everyone. Be good. And I, your host, Rabbit, greatly look forward to seeing you in just a moment in our upcoming episode where we will continue the story and maybe find ourselves at the end. I don't think our next episode will be our last, but who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Take care, and I'll see you there.